What's up, YouTube? It's Trilla Manila, day 67 on the Road to Code, 100 Days of Code Challenge. So today's topic, we took a deeper dive into JavaScript prototypes, revisited functional programming in last episode, and this episode going into object orientation. But to understand object orientation, there's some prerequisites of conceptual sides that need some understanding. And the first one would be inheritance, which is one object that gets access to the properties and methods of another object. That's what inheritance is, and it's also similar to prototypes, but prototypes is a bit more intricate than that. So firstly, all objects in JavaScript have properties and always have a prototype. The prototype is simply a reference to another object. It's an object that stands on its own. You can use it on its own. It's the object that the original object can grab and be able to get its property and methods. So if the prototype object had another property, or property 2 is what we would call it, we call for property 2. The dot operator looks for property 2 referenced on the first object itself, and if it doesn't find it, it goes on to the next prototype and finds it and returns it. So similarly, that prototype object itself can point to another object, and so forth to another object, and that would be another prototype with a property, and etc, etc. This is all of that chain of events is called the prototype chain. And similar to the scope chain, which looks for what has access to a variable, this looks to see what has access to a property or method amongst the sequence of objects that are connected via the prototype property. The prototype chain is hidden from us in the sense that we don't type in obj.proto.prop3 to get property 3. All we have to do is put object.prop3, and the JavaScript engine does the work of searching the prototype chain on its own. Interestingly though, all the objects can share a prototype property and methods. For example, obj2.prop2 would also reference the same spot in memory as obj.prop2. So they're literally sharing a property, but not directly. They're connected via the prototype chain. So simply put, all objects have a reference to another object, and we call this a prototype, where it goes and looks for property and methods, if not found on the original object. And that's all there is for today's update. And I was reading off my blog. Check that out at trillamanila.com. But yeah, I mean, definitely interesting concepts. Definitely helps you understand how object orientation happens under the hood in the JavaScript engine. But yeah, as always, just like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.